Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And on the global side of things, we just got the information in-game that it is indeed going to be Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. LR is going to be coming next on the global side of things in about 48 hours or so. So what's interesting is that if you guys want to go ahead and take a look, this is their banner. It's not the best, but of course there's at least a few units on there that are worth summoning for. Now, depending how new of a player you are in this game would determine whether or not this banner has any value to you or not. But as you can see, we're going to get the new Goku and Vegeta here, and you've also got a Krillin. Beerus is coming back, at least unless they change this banner. We did just get Beerus recently, so it's very possible he could change. You never know with Global. And then, of course, the Go Bros are back. So that's who's featured on it. At least that's who was featured on it on the Japanese side of things. And it also comes with UI Goku, transforming Vegeta, which is what makes this so painful. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, Jiren, and Angel Golden Frieza. So, of course, as a lot of people have been saying, you should skip, blah, 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 blah. This is really going to be about fan service for you. What kind of characters do you like? What kind of characters do you need? And for me, I literally have every Universe 7 character at this point from the Tournament of Power, except for these two new ones that are coming out, and then, of course, the Transforming Angel Golden Frieza. So I will be going for these two. I absolutely love the unit. I got them on the Japanese version, and they're fun to play with. I was actually fortunate enough to get a dupe in it just by miracle, just from the free summons that I was able to do. But I was able to pull them. I use the unit as often as possible, and since I just bought LR, Goku, and Frieza, this would be another great unit just to add to that team, since I pretty much have the optimal setup for that team build. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. The other thing that's going to be coming immediately after this, in about 2-ish weeks after this one goes up, is the Christmas banner that we'll be getting. It's a little bit different, but it does give us the return of the Blue Fusions, which is absolutely amazing. We haven't had them since back in July, and if you guys followed my chronicles on how unlucky I was trying to pull these units, I literally only got one copy of Vegito. Never pulled Gogeta. I had to give up on him because I pulled every unit, rainbowed every unit from his banner. Never got a single copy of him. So, for me, I'm probably just going to go ahead and straight up just buy this guy with the coins when he comes out. I'm not even going to fool with it because the banner is great. There's 4 summonable LRs. But then once you start looking down past, like, say, Zamasu, it's a lot of units that have been out for a while. So you might get lucky and you'll get a featured unit, but it might be the Broly from the first Dokkan Fest exclusive character in the game for the American version. And not to say there's anything wrong with that unit, but most likely you probably already have this guy with maybe 1-2 copies already in him if he's not rainbowed. Cell is obviously, I have him rainbowed. I have all these characters rainbowed except for, I would say, Rose. I think he's the only one that I don't have rainbowed that I could actually use from anybody past Zamasu down. So Trunks, mine is rainbowed. So this banner is just, it's a good banner for players that maybe you're just now getting started in the game. But if you're a veteran player and been playing for a while, you're most likely going to have all these units. So this comes out on Christmas. Again, these two coming back is a huge, huge deal just because they haven't been around. They've only been out one time. So this is the only time so far that we've even seen them come back on even on the Japanese version. So if you need them and you have the coins, definitely pick them up here while you can. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the units. So really quick, right off the bat, let's go straight to the LR, the one that everybody cares about the most. So they introduced a new category, Desperate Struggle. What's awesome about this unit too is that if you're a crazy, crazy whale, which I don't know too many people that would, their TUR is actually just Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Saiyan God Vegeta, or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So they have a different name. So you can actually run both versions together if you really wanted to. But anyway, they introduced a new category. It's called Desperate Struggle. It's one of those wonky ones. I guess I can go ahead and open one up and we can look at it. It's one of those wonky categories, but there is some ones that make sense in it. They're not really here for their leader skill, though, but Joins Forces, this is a big deal because we actually have them now. So if you don't have Kale or Caulifla, then you can use these guys if you need to. Their super attack animations are absolutely amazing. They have one of the most beautiful active skills in the game. The Destructo Disc Gallic Gun is beautiful. The Kamehameha Final Flash, that's awesome. I love everything about this unit. I know a lot of people bash them. They don't think they're that great. But me personally, I think the unit is splendid. I love the unit. So on a super attack, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack. And then on the 18 key super, they give greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, but they also lower attack and defense, which is a huge deal for like Super Battle Road and stuff. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 70%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 7% per key sphere obtained. Chance of performing a critical hit plus 7%, key plus 2, and launches an additional attack up to 3 with each rainbow key sphere obtained. What's interesting about this unit is that because they kind of have that same mechanic that Blue Vegeta has from the Tournament of Power, if you can get as many criticals in them as possible, even with equips or anything, if you only get 1 copy, if you're only lucky enough for that, obviously you want to put as many crit equips on them as possible. On the Japanese version, I've got a level 2 physical crit and a level 5 that I was lucky enough to pull that was a silver one. And the fact that if you get those key spheres or the rainbow ones on top of that, they crit and they just do crazy amount of damage. The active skill, it's when they're fighting Jiren. It's like I said, it's beautiful. If you haven't seen it yet, I advise just go look it up. But they get key plus 24, attack plus 70%, but they lose 50% defense for 1 turn and can only activate it once when 50% or less HP. It's not a crazy active skill, but getting to see it in game is beautiful. And it can really pump their numbers up as far as how much damage they can do. And of course, they fit on their Super Saiyan, Godly Power, Warrior Gods, Kamehameha, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Great linking partner with the Super Saiyan God Goku from the Broly movie, because he shares a few of these links. He's got 4 out of the 6, or 4 out of the 7. The only ones you'd be losing, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 out of the 8, sorry. The only ones you're really going to be losing out on is going to be Kamehameha, Tournament of Power, and Legendary Power. But, of course, you can always link that up with another Goku that's probably going to have at least 1 or 2 of those links. Categories are going to be Universal Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Representatives of Universe 7, Joined Forces, Kamehameha, and then the Desperate Struggles team that they have just introduced. So, Desperate Struggle looks like this. It's, like I said, it's kind of wonky. Some characters that are on here deserve to be in there, but then there's others that probably should be. So I think it's funny because just the Evolution Blue Vegeta gets another category as if he needed another one, but he's on here. Extreme type is Majin Vegeta. That's really it. But as you can see, the category is kind of small. There's not really a whole lot. LR Goku and Frieza are on there, so that's a good pairing for them because they're both Universe 7, Tournament of Power. They have all those links that they'll share. This Vegeta will be interesting because he needs key spheres as well. I would like to, if I can get these guys, run them with him to see how that works. But I have a feeling you'll struggle for a key with that. And then, this TN's good, but they really lack the key links. They all have amazing attack, so if you can get off the key, but it's only Tournament of Power, which is what hurts them. That's the only downside of them. They don't get much key. They have to get those rainbow key spheres. So you need an orb changer and really other Tournament of Power characters if you really want to maximize them. Which is, of course, what they were kind of built for. Like this. Okay, so this Goku fits on their team. That's amazing. He's obviously going to link up pretty much all the links except for a couple. So yeah, you'll have some good options there. The next man that's going to be on the banner, of course, is going to be this Krillin right here. Now, Krillin is interesting because he kind of requires you to have an Android 18 to really maximize him. She doesn't have to be the one from the Tournament of Power, but of course that would absolutely help and benefit him to be able to give him key and stuff like that. But he's not really going to struggle too much. But he's a representative Universe 7 category. So if you don't have the LR Goku and Frieza, if you don't have Blue Kaioken Goku, you can use this man as a leader. He only gives 120%, but it's not bad. Causes supreme damage and lowers attack with a high chance of stunning the enemy. Great for Super Battle Road. He uses the Solar Flare. It's interesting. Attack and defense plus 180% and a medium chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. Key plus 2, an additional attack and defense plus 120% when your team has Android 18 attacking in the same turn. Attacks effective against all types when the target enemy is stunned. So instantly, if you really want to maximize some of his links, you could pair him up with the 18 from Tournament of Power, and she's creating orbs for herself, and Krillin's self-sufficient. So you could have like a 300% attack and defense, which would make him decently powered. He's not going to be putting up crazy numbers, but he at least will be able to take some hits. He won't get hurt too badly. And he has a chance to stun, so that's not bad. He has experienced fighters, Turtle School, if I can speak, Turtle School, solid support, Brainiacs, Courage, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. And then, of course, he fits on Universal Survivor Saga, Representatives of Universe 7, Earthlings, and then he also goes on the Battle Wits category, which is awesome that they keep adding stuff to it. And then after the banners are over, we're going to be getting a couple of Extreme Z areas. They're going to be coming up, and they're going to be giving awakenings to the Universe 2 females, which is interesting because Kakunsa and Rosie are both really good units after they get their EZA. They both are stacking attack and defense respectively. They're kind of like a yin and a yang, kind of like the Kaioken Goku and the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, where one of them raises their attack on super attack, which is Kakunsa here, and then Rosie raises her defense on super attack. But then on the flip side of things, they have the exact same passive, but Kakunsa permanently stacks her defense every single turn. It doesn't change. She always gets 22% defense at the start of every turn. And then Rosie stacks 22% attack every single turn. But she has the opportunity to be able to seal, and Kakunsa has a high chance of stunning. But of course, that is dependent on the fact that you have either Riberan or Rosie attacking in the same turn. And I actually don't have the Riberan pulled up. She is not a bad unit herself. Here she is. So she gets an EZA as well. And of course, all these girls are buffing like special pose, peppy girls, and special pose. So they're a nice addition to that category. But then, of course, the Riberan is going to be decent because she has like 2 different super attacks she can use. They have different super attack effects. She just kind of increases the damage, really, is all she does. But then she gets attack and defense plus 22% per Peppy Gal's category ally on the team, which makes her insane because you're going to run her with the Peppy Gal's team. And then she gets recovers 22,222 HP per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained, which is nuts. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 22%, a chance of performing a critical hit plus 22%, and a chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, plus 22%. You see what they did there? 2, Universe 2. Okay, gotcha. When there is an ally whose name includes Rosie or Kakunsa. So they all want to work together. And if you have them working together, which you're most likely going to with these teams, then they're going to be amazing. That's really it for them. I'm not going to spend much time on them. One thing I want to notice that just going here to the Dokkan Wiki, they had this man's EZA dropping on Christmas Day is when they said his is coming. So if you haven't finished farming up all those characters that you need for his event, which you should know them by now, then get to work because you're running out of time and you don't want to miss out on doing it. You can still do his EZA. He's not crazy. If you just go buy Cooler and if you've been grinding up link levels, then you'll have it. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but just go buy Cooler, max him out. You can get him a free super attack. All these characters have free super attacks. You don't have to use any Kais. The only thing that sucks is you just have to have orbs. If you don't have the orbs, that's where you're going to struggle. But this Goku, I just want to go over him really briefly, quick. Super class, Ki plus 4, HP attack and defense plus 90%, or extreme class, Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 70%. The LR Frieza, the first form Frieza, is the exact flip of him. So it's cool how they gave them like the yin and the yang effect. Goku does amazing amount of damage, and if you can get the 18 Ki, he's going to be raising everybody's attack plus 30% and giving them all a chance to perform a critical hit plus 10%. But Goku's amazing because they finally changed his passive skill to where it's not just a flat boost. He actually gets a percentage amount with attack and defense plus 59%. But then they gave him like all these crazy perks. So if he's the first attacker, he gets another Ki plus 3 and 59% defense. He gets an additional 59% attack when performing an ultra super attack, and he also gives himself 3 more Ki if there's an extreme class enemy. So, with that being said, he's already going to get 6 Ki, so he struggled originally with Ki. because none of these were key except for Golden Warrior and Family Ties, which is a very, very rare link in the game. I don't know why they haven't really added much to that, especially with Goku family. You know, all the Gohan stuff. They could improve on this one, but maybe we'll start to see that soon. But this Goku is absolutely insane. There's been a lot of showcase videos out there. I just got mine. His links are all at level 9, I want to say, except for Legendary. Or they're all level 10 except for Legendary Power, which is level 9. I've almost got him done because I really want to showcase him when I get a chance. One last thing before we get out of here, because I didn't pull this up, so give me 1 sec while we do it. Just mind the frustration here that I'm sure you're dealing with. The next LR summon banner that's going to be coming out, presumably, is Jiren. Now, for Jiren, the reason why everybody is saying skip is not just the fact that it's just a legendary summon banner, but if his banner doesn't change at all, it's nothing to really look at. This Topo is amazing. Jiren is obviously amazing. Whis is amazing. The rest of these, if you've been playing for any amount of time, you're going to have. The only good thing is that since it's another legendary summon banner, you got another LR that's getting thrown into the loop to go with all of them. So, like, your chances of pulling an LR are always going to increase with every legendary summon banner. So it's not a bad idea to jump in at a time or two just to see if you can get lucky. But don't go absolutely nuts for this, because you're going to have the step-up banner that's going to be coming at the end of the year, where you're going to get a free LR if you spend 200 stones, I think it is. You get a guaranteed LR. So it's not necessarily an absolute must. Obviously, you're not going to have Jiren. I would say that if you want my personal opinion, the cutoff for the LRs will probably be... let's see, Spirit Bomb Goku came out in April time frame, maybe May. I would say he'll probably be the last one that's going to be on there. I would be surprised, but they could throw Nappa in there. Nappa could be on there, Nappa and Vegeta. But they don't usually typically like to go too close to the newest LRs. You can almost guarantee UI Goku's not going to be on that. It would be crazy if he was, because there'd be so many people that are going to get him just for the 200 stones. They'll have free UI Goku out of that, but I can almost guarantee it's probably not going to have him on it. And then if we just want to look at Jiren really, really quick, what's crazy about this man is that he just does so much damage, it's not even funny, and you don't even need really anybody around him to help him do so. He just is a flat-out just damage dealer. He also introduces the Universe 11 category, which is awesome, because it's so small that they went ahead and gave it 170% attack or stats across the board. And, of course, they also made him a Universal Survival Saga category leader. So now we've only got like 20 of them in here. But then, of course, what I'm talking about here with his damage, look at that. Attack and defense plus 200%. Just flat right there. Boom. Start a turn. That's crazy. And then he's going to get Ki plus 1 up to 5 for every attack he receives. Attack's effective against all types when the target enemy is in the attack down or defense down status. So, another great character that you can run with, say, Android 17. He can lower attack. I believe one of the Universe 11 characters actually lower attack as well. And then he also has an active skill where he gives himself another attack and defense plus 30%. And he also lowers the attacked enemy. So, and stuns him for 1 turn. So, I mean, he's nuts. He does so much damage, it's not even funny. He can pretty much one-shot just about anybody. Aside for like the really difficult events like UI Goku. You're not going to have any issues with him. So he's most likely going to come out either right before or right after what we call like the Tanabata banner, which is our Christmas banner. So he's really good. I would love to get my hands on him. I'll probably do a couple summons. I could see that happening, but I'm definitely going to go for that LR with the step up banner for sure, because there's a couple I can still use, and of course dupes wouldn't be bad. But we also don't know what's coming at the beginning of January. I'm interested to see what the next release on JP is going to be for the new year, because usually it's a dual Dokkan fest. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens there. Anyway, guys, that's going to be today's video. I hope you stuck around. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you have, consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the Overkill Nation today. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content. Tell me down in the description or in the comments below, are you pulling for the LR Blue characters? Are you going to go for the blue boys, as they call them? If not, what are you saving for? Go ahead and let us know down there in the description or in the comments, and let me know how you guys enjoy the content and stuff. Anyway, as I said, that's going to be today's video. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will catch you guys next time on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Thanks, guys.